The silence of the desert is where I can get inspiration from, just being outside in that calmness.
دائما أتخيل الماضي، حتى يوم أمشي في الشارع أتخيل أني أشوف البلاد هذه مثلا بدون البنايات، بدون مثلا الشوارع بالناس والسيايير. أشوف الأرض، أشوف العشب، جمال طبيعة البلاد.
I get to experience finding a plant that's growing from nothing in sand, that tenacity, and it reflects on what has been done in the UAE and what has been built over the past 50 years is just incredible.
أنا حالي حال أي حد من جيلي، ربينا على قصص عن تاريخ وتراث اللولي.
One of my favorite Chinese proverbs is an idea can turn from dust to magic depending on the talent it rubs upon.
Well, it's very inspirational for me to just be outside in the desert thinking about my childhood in Al Ain and where we've come to today and where we are going in the future.
We are surrounded by talents, various nationalities, various backgrounds. The UAE is a place that turns dust to magic.
يا سعيد لاقيت الدماني وين السدر ديم ظليله، خلي تبسم عن ثماني ما ريت في الدنيا مثيله. يدتي الله يرحمها كانت تغني لي إياها وأنا صغير، كانت دايما تكررها لي فدايما أستحضرها. اسمي سعيد خميس سويدي من إمارة دبي، باحث في الأرشيف الوطني، وعندي مبادرة اسمها الموروث. يوم أنك أنت بتجلس مع شخص وبيستذكر لك يعني أمور صارت معاه قبل 70 و80 سنة وبيتكلم عن ناس اليوم ما حد منهم موجود، أحس أنه يصير فيه اتصال يمكن عقلي أو روحي. وفي نفس الوقت أنت عندك هذا الجيل الله يحفظهم من مواليد العشرينات أو الثلاثينات، يعني عقب خلنا نقول 20 أو 30 سنة ما حد منهم بيكون موجود. يدي ويدتي الله يرحمهم كانوا دائما يعني يرددون القصيد والمعلومات القديمة. أذكر سألت يدي سؤال وقال لي ما عندي علم، فقلت لا أنا من الحين بوثق وببتدي أكتب، وهذا اللي سويته. ابتديت في تويتر وبعدها بفترة بسيطة ابتديت في انستغرام في 2012. الشيارة تبتدي من البذرة وتنمو ويكون لها جذع سميك ثابت في الأرض وتتفرع مثل العائلة. أشوف أن توثيق شجرة العائلة مهم لأنه يزيد من الترابط بين الناس. ترابط المجتمع يعكس أن تكون حتى الدولة قوية. فأنت يوم توثق المعلومات هذه وتنشر هذا العلم تخلي الناس تتفكر في حياة الناس اللي سبقوهم وتشجعهم على أنهم يكملون المسيرة هذه بأي شكل من الأشكال. في مجال التوثيق اليوم صعبة في مجال واحد، أنت تتكلم عن أجيال تمشي، فأنا عشان أتأكد من معلومة واحدة لازم أقابل 5 و6 و7. إذا أنت ما عندك القوة أنك تتابع تراك ما بتمشي في هذا الدرب. هي عدة لحظات اللي خلتني أحس أني أنجزت. في عوائل التواصل بينهم كان منقطع مثلا من 30 أو 40 سنة. من خلال المعلومات هذه اللي انتشرت تواصلوا وياي قالوا والله هذيلا أرحامنا ودنا نتواصل وياهم.
الأسطورة سمعتها من أحد الغاصة توفوا الله يرحمهم، أن اللؤلؤ بنت المطر. كانوا يظنون في الأيام الماطرة المحارة تفتح صدفاتها وتحاول تلتقط قطرات الماء العذبة وتبتدي تكوين حبات اللؤلؤ. كانوا دائما يربطون اللؤلؤ اللي هو في أعماق البحار في شيء نازل من السماء أو شيء يدل على النقاء والصفاء. أنا محمد السويدي، رائد أعمال مختص في التصميم. بعد ما خلصت دراستي الجامعية والتحقت في مشروع بداع عبد الله أخويا في 2005. سافرت وبحثت في موضوع ثقافة اللؤلؤ وتاريخها. شكل عندي شغف في التصميم واللؤلؤ. هاي كانت بداية فكرة إنشاء استوديو أساطير. وايد اهتم فكرة استخدام مواد أولية طبيعية إماراتية. ما يهمني المنتج النهائي قد ما أنه يهمني القصة. أعتقد ترجمنا قصص ملهمة أو قصص صعبة لأجدادنا للاستخدام المحلي والعالمي، تحمل هوية وثقافة الإمارات.
كان حلمي أني أنا أشتغل في مجال الفن.
الحلم يبتدي من فكرة، لكن المراحل اللي أنت تمر فيها لتطوير هذه الفكرة هو اللي يوصلك إلى الحلم هذا. أتذكر لما كنت صغير كنت جالس على حضن أمي وأشوف خط النمل كيف كان يمشي في خط مستقيم مرتب جدا، كان فيه تكرار. كنت أرسم دائما نقط 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 لأن أتذكر هاللحظة.
أمي كانت دايماً مركزة معاي وايد، فأي شيء تشوفني مهتمة فيه تقولي تعلمي. يعتمد على التكرار، وشيء بسيط ولكن التكرار يعلم الشطار. أنا عفرة الظاهري من إمارة أبو ظبي. أنا فنانة تشكيلية وأستاذ مساعد في جامعة زايد، من المؤسسين لبيت 15. كنت أدرس في جامعة زايد، بديت بزنس أكاونتنج، بعدين استوعبت أن لا، أنا مش في مكاني، ما أعرف أصلاً شو أريد. فرحت عند الأدفايزر مالي فسوالي سيشن حق آرت فاونديشن. ضحكت أطالع حواليني أقول لهم هذا كلاس، يعني أنا أقدر أكون فنانة؟ كأني ياهل مودين الدكان. بس من عقبها I took it very seriously. قدمت على ماسترز في أمريكا وانتقلت أمريكا، عشت هناك 2 سنين. كان جزء من البرنامج الدراسي مالي أني أنا لازم أكون مساعد مدرس، فتعرفت على تدريس. إذا كان مدرس فهو يتعلم ويدرس في نفس الوقت طول حياته تقريباً. صار عندي شغف في الموضوع، والحين عندي طالبات أشوفهم يعرضون أعمالهم معايا في نفس المعارض، شيء جداً فخورة فيه. أنا أشوف أني وايد محظوظة كون أني فنانة تشكيلية في هالفترة الزمنية بالتحديد في أبو ظبي في الإمارات. أفكاري غالباً مستوحاة من التعمق الفكري في مناقشة الأفكار اللي تربيت عليه في مجتمعي في بيئتي. أعتقد أن التحديات فرص، يعني إذا شخص فعلاً حاب أنه ينتمي لمجال الفن بيثابر. كان الطموح أن نحفز غيرنا بعد من الفنانين المفكرين الكتاب يفتحون أماكنهم الخاصة، نعيش في الإمارات وإحنا ننظر للمستقبل. الفن له قوة وله تأثير، يترك بصمة، سواء كان تأثيره اليوم أو يكتشف في المستقبل.
التصميم مو بشيء بصري أو فني فقط أو جميل. التصميم هو طريقة تفكير، عبارة عن وسيلة لحل مشكلة معينة. اسمي سامي القاسمي، مدير ومؤسس استوديو فكرة. أنا درست في الجامعة الأمريكية في الشارقة، ووقتها ما كان في حد يدرس التصميم الجرافيكي باللغة العربية أو الخط العربي، كانت اللغة الإنجليزية لها الأولوية، اللغة العربية ما كانت لها أهمية. قلت خلنا نشتغل على مشروع نحن نقدر نعكس ثقافتنا من خلال عدسة التصميم. فأسست فكرة في 2006 وركزنا على تصميم الشعارات باللغتين، بالعربي والإنجليزي. التصميم الجرافيكي عبارة عن اتصال، الواحد لازم يفكر في هويته، منو هو. دائما أفكر في الخط العربي، شو معنى الدمج بين اللغة العربية والإنجليزية. التطور هذا اللي قاعد يصير مهم جدا، ما بياسين نخسر هويتنا القديمة، قاعدين نبني عليها. حاولت أن فكرة تكون منصة، أعمالنا دائما نفكر فيها من ناحية تجريبية، ومن خلال هذه الأعمال نحاول أن نروي روايتنا نحن كمجتمع أو كشعب. طبعاً التحديات كثيرة في خلال 15 سنة. طلعت ونزلت قلت خلاص بوقف بسكر الشركة. يعني هذا تحدي متعب جداً لما الواحد ينتج أعمال ما يكون واثق منها. كيف الواحد ممكن يستخدم هالتحديات لكي يوصل إلى مرحلة يبدع فيها؟
I dream of food. I dream of food a lot, all the time.
I feel that through the food that I have created, that I have really been able to bridge people and to make them more familiar with the UAE culture, and also to make them feel more at home in the UAE.
I wanted to educate people. I wanted to expose them to agriculture and support local agriculture, especially sustainable local agriculture.
Food is a way to communicate, and it belongs to everyone, and it creates automatic connections because there's so much emotion behind a dinner experience, behind sharing something that you made with love. My name is Kenza Zebdi. I'm from Morocco. I'm the co-founder of Inked.
My name is Patrick Jarjour, and I'm from Lebanon, and I'm the co-founder of Inked.
The experience of Inked is an immersive experience where we want you to jump in this dinner. This is how we see it. So it's never just about one thing. It's about everything around you. We want all senses to be awakened.
We were told that we were crazy, so we had to jump in, to believe in what we were doing, and just to start creating and see where we're gonna go.
That was the spark. The spark was to have a platform where we can do it all differently all the time with no format.
It started when we were in 2012. In our honeymoon in Berlin, we saw the food scene. So we created two concepts. The first one was Good Vibes Market. And at the same time, we were looking at opening Inked, which was the event side and the food side combined together.
There was that energy that we wanted to bring and develop here.
The UAE is a city where mean, it shows that anything is possible.
We wanted to show that food is an artistic expression, and that's why for us, there was no other place than Al Serkal Avenue. They believed in us from day one.
Personally, what I'm proud of is what we have achieved with what we had, especially during COVID, how we were able to stay together and strong.
The best chefs of Dubai came to Ink to cook at that time for people in need. You can't go backwards after that. So the dream hasn't stopped, it just evolved because we've evolved, we've changed.
So if we look at what's happening in the world today and the food that is wasted, you can probably feed the planet 10 times every year with the food that we waste only. Today, we're not allowed to have people hungry.
Moving to the UAE was a new discovery for us. It was a journey. My name is Ellie Creel. I come from South Africa, Johannesburg. When I arrived in Dubai, I was teaching at a university and finishing my PhD. I'm now running a kosher kitchen in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. My dream really with the food was to become part of the culture of the UAE. Most of the challenges were around helping us establish our lifestyle in the UAE while we were very welcomed and we felt very at home and very at ease. We didn't have the kosher ingredients that we were quite used to, and we didn't have the kosher resources that we were quite used to. So what I did was I started fusing the typical foods that they were familiar with the Emirati flavors. And the more I learned the recipes, the more I realized how similar the recipes were to some of our recipes. And in that way, I created this fusion called Kosherati, kosher Emirati food. The UAE is full of amazing foods. When people found out that there was a kosher woman living in Dubai making kosher food, they started reaching out to me. And I would send food out, and eventually that grew and grew and grew into what is now a business. The food was allowing me to experience a new culture, allowing others to travel into the UAE and discover this environment. And that is, in effect, helping people to build relationships, positive relationships with the future.
My name is Yazan Al-Qudmani. I was born in the city of Al Ain from Syrian origin. Agriculture in the UAE has incredible potential, and it has shown incredible potential. Today we have over 30,000 farms. The original dreamer in my story is my father, Engineer Yahya Al-Qudmani. He was an agriculture engineer in Syria who heard about a great man greening the desert, the founding father of the UAE, Sheikh Zayed. My father worked in environment protection in agriculture. Based on the work that was done there and the achievements they did there, they were recognized by the Crown Prince Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed and given land to set up Emirates Biofarm. And I joined in late 2016. And then I realized the need the people have to visit the farm. I set up the first open farm day in 2019, and I expected 20 people to show up, and 150 people showed up. It's not just people that care about organic food, it's people that care about coming out and seeing real nature. Many people are looking of ways of living more sustainably. Eating seasonally is one of the best ways, so you're ensuring that food hasn't traveled thousands of kilometers. You're ensuring that you're eating nutritious, good, healthy food, and you're ensuring that you're supporting your local ecosystem. So it's something that we advocate for. My dream for the future of the farm is to expand on the agritourism, to expand on the production of sustainable local agriculture, to offer people more experiences that they can come out and educate themselves and their children on where food comes from, what does environment protection in agriculture mean, and they know their farmer by the first name. I think when my son is my age, hopefully carrying the same message that he learned from his grandfather, from his father, and the inspiration that we got from the founding father of the UAE, Sheikh Zayed, which is whatever he's doing it with care, with attention, and with sustainability and environment protection in mind.
Education comes in so many forms, shapes, and sizes. It brings something larger and transcends your own personal goals so that you contribute to human society in some form.
A while back, I was taking my nephew, Laith, to school, and I mentioned to him, I said, Laith, school is cool. I was just trying to rhyme with him. And he said, no, Ammu, school is a tool. I said, a tool for what? And he said, it's a tool to fix my brain, fill it with knowledge. I said, what are you going to do with that knowledge? He said, I'm going to fix all the problems in the world with the knowledge that I have from school. My name is Badr Ward. I'm a Palestinian Canadian, and I'm the founder of Lamsa. Through my work in technology and using technology to impact society at large scale, I saw an opportunity when my kids were growing up. The way that they are attracted to digital devices. I saw a window of opportunity saying, okay, can we make use and leverage kids' attention on these devices? Lamsa is an edtech platform for young children where they can get access to interactive stories, games, and videos that help develop their cognitive, language, social, emotional skills, and education. My father and mother have been the greatest influence for me. By teaching early childhood development, my mother was able to impact society in so many ways. أتذكر هذه اللحظة لحظة تاريخية يعني في حياتي. الشيخ محمد مصدر إلهام كان لنا يعني من وإحنا في الجامعة كان يجي عندنا ويسألنا إيش طموحكم، إيش أهدافكم، يفهمنا هو إيش الرؤية حقته لدبي، وأي حلم يحسه محدود يقول لك فكر أكبر.
ما شاء الله.
Education might be perceived as a very traditional sector. Trying to make that fun was not always welcomed, and so we tried to break that mold and come out of it by saying, yes, we can focus on the intrinsic motivation of children, make them want to learn rather than try to force education on them. Every child on Lamsa will have their personalized experience that develops on their strength to reach their full potential. In the physical world, this is very expensive. But in the digital world, we can democratize that education and development to be in the hands of every child across the world.
I have been so lucky all my life in that at different stages of my life, I've been supported in my goals, but I've mostly been loved for who I am and what I do, and I've been encouraged. I am Mariette Westerman, and I'm the Vice Chancellor of New York University, Abu Dhabi. Because I was a very curious child, and to this day, I am very motivated by thinking about how you can bring people together to make more of what they have to offer. It's an incredible thing to be asked in the 21st century to build an entirely new university where there wasn't one. The government leadership of Abu Dhabi, together with NYU, they thought of something truly unique. Bring a world-class American university to the region and show that you can deliver top quality degrees and education here, not in 50 years, but you do it in 10. As a teacher, you will rarely be asked to envision a new university and then have the resources to build it. My students here often ask me, how did you become Vice Chancellor of NYU Abu Dhabi? And the honest answer is, I don't really know precisely. They really motivate me to do better with and for them. And you never forget of why you have this job leading a university when you're with so many young people making these just demands. I've always been inspired by people who strive to do difficult things, do something different, and take something from those challenges. One of the greatest challenges with building MWI Abu Dhabi was the timeline. There were days that I would wake up and look at my list and say, okay, these are the 10 things I need to move forward today, 9 of which I don't know how to do. And it was all about finding people who had that same commitment and were willing to figure things out in a climate of uncertainty, but making sure that all these professors really want to build their research careers here and also are very motivated at the same time to teach these incredible students. That was one of the big challenges. Conceiving of MWI Abu Dhabi, delivering on that and building it out really has been a dream in many ways.
كان حلمي لما بديت أشوف الوالدة تعاني إن أخفف هذه الآلام عن هذا الشخص سواء من قريب أو من بعيد. ما كنت أحب أشوف أي حد يحس في أي ألم.
It's such a beautiful feeling when you are able to save a falcon that's actually supposed to die, and you look in the eyes of this falcon, it's just like magic, really. That's what I believe I'm destined to do, to save animals and in the same time to save people through the help of animals.
اليوم نقول الجنود البيض أو ملائكة الرحمة. البياض يعطي صفاء القلب، يعطي اتساع في النظرة للمهنة إنك أنت تقدر تحتوي. أنا الدكتورة صفاء عزات المصطفى، أول ممرضة إماراتية تمسك أكبر قسم تمريض في مستشفيات الإمارات. في البداية والدي طبعاً هو كان بعد دافع إنه يخليني أدخل مهنة التمريض، يشجعني، وطفولتي أنا أعتبرها من الفطرة إني عندي هذا الحب، أهتم بشغف. علاقة الممرضة بالمريض علاقة قوية، هي روحانية، عقلانية، نفسية. الألم دائماً مش بس جسدي، المريض أضعف إنسان موجود في الرعاية الصحية. صلة التواصل والتفاهم مع المريض تحسها عائلية، لازم تتعامل معاه كأي فرد من أفراد العائلة. يوم الممرضة تشوف المريض يتعافى يعني تحس إنها سوت إنجاز، وكل مريض عن مريض يختلف، فأنت إنجازاتك ما توقف. أكبر دافع للحياة حب الناس، أحب إني أشوف الناس كلها سعيدة ومرتاحة.
When I look at what falcons have taught me, it's about perseverance, it's about strength, it's about willpower. Once you focus on a goal, you keep going. It doesn't matter how huge the obstacles are in the way. Each obstacle in our life is a preparation for the next stage in our life. My name is Dr. Margit Gabriel Muller. I'm the Executive Director of the Abu Dhabi Falcon Hospital. My main influences in all my life have been actually my animals. When I came here 20 years ago, I was completely alone. And it was a very difficult beginning here because I was the first female veterinarian in this very male-oriented world of falconry. I have adopted a stray dog that I found in the street 6 weeks after I arrived here. And this dog actually helped me to keep going despite all those hardships in the beginning. And without my animals, I would have never been where I am now. I cannot live without them. Falcon Hospital is not just a hospital for falcons, it is nowadays a brand name. We have one hospital for falcons and birds, and the second one's for pets, plus the animal shelter. We are the largest falcon hospital in the world. We treat more than 11,000 falcons per year. So it's a very busy place. And because of this, of course, I plus my team have a huge experience in falcons. It was a great accomplishment for me to discover the 2 new diseases in falcons. I tried to share the knowledge that I have and that we have gathered as a team over those years to the world, because that's in the end the legacy that will be left from us.
My dream is really thinking about architecture in a sustainable way and trying to build our future cities in harmony with nature and in harmony with the planet and not going against it. Once I started looking at the details of the construction industry and how that impacts the environment, I was really shocked. The cement industry alone is responsible for 8% of global CO2 emission. This comes third after China and the US in terms of CO2 emissions. It compares to countries, not to industries. My name is Wael Awar, and I'm the principal architect and founding partner of YY. Once you look at the problem of Portland cement, you soon discover that the problem is in the binder, which is the lime. And it is converting limestone to lime that releases a tremendous amount of CO2. We will have to find alternative ways, more sustainable ways in building our future cities. It's only natural that I start thinking, what is my role and responsibility as an architect on the climate, and how can I help in finding a solution to this problem? And I came across the Sabkhas of the UAE, and there I was immediately captivated because of the cementitious crust. We then learned that magnesium oxide is an insoluble salt that is also found in Sabkha, and that was a binding agent in the cementitious crust. NYU Abu Dhabi Advanced Material Building and Research Labs were also looking at producing a cement from magnesium oxide. And that magnesium oxide was being extracted from the reject brine of desalination water. The MENA region accounts for 55% of global desalination. And today, we really need to desalinate. We can't live or exist in the GCC without the use of desalination. Why don't we tap into that industrial waste product and use the minerals in it in producing this new cement mix? At the Venice Architecture Biennale, we presented a prototype that was in collaboration with Tokyo University. We presented a prototype that is an homage to the vernacular architecture of the UAE that was built from corals. Once we won, I was blown away. You know, it's like panic mode. How do I get up there on stage? And there's all these jury members that are the top-notch architects of the world. So this cube is made from magnesium oxide cement. And after winning the Golden Lion at the Venice Architecture Biennale, the Ministry of Culture hosted an event at UNESCO in Paris, where we presented the research and asked delegates and countries from all over the world to join forces with us in supporting this initiative.
اختياري كأحد الحالمون كانت لحظة فخر.
إن الواحد يفكر ليش أنا في كثير من الناس اللي يحلمون. الواحد لما يدخل جناح الإمارات يشوف مش تجربة واحدة، يشوف تجارب مختلفة، ومع بعض هاي التجارب ترسم لوحة عن نحن.
أنت تحط نقط في حياتك. أنا أحط مشاركتي في جناح الإمارات في إكسبو 2020 نقطة مهمة في حياتي.
إكسبو أعطاني الدافع أني أنا أهتم أكثر، وبذلك أبدعت، طورت، كبرت في قطاعي، ما تراجعت، وأعتقد فتح لي نافذة للعالمية.
أنا أشوف أني وايد محظوظة كون أني فنانة تشكيلية في هالفترة الزمنية بالتحديد في أبو ظبي في الإمارات.
I think my presence in the pavilion is really about a larger vision and a larger dream.
كان إحساس فخر يوم دخلت أول يوم في الافتتاح، شيء جداً جميل يثلج الصدر، النور، البياض.
الجناح الإماراتي في إكسبو هو أرض الحالمين، حلم مستمر يروح لحقيقة وما يوقف.
For me to be a dreamer is a huge motivation to do more, to inspire people to dream big and to have the belief they can achieve everything they want in this world.
إكسبو طبعاً وين تتلاقى العقول، لي أنا فرصة أني أتعرف على الثقافات الثانية، وفرصة طبعاً للثقافات أن يتعرفون علينا. فكيف نحن نقدر نوصل الرسالة بنفسنا؟ كيف نحن ممكن كمجتمع نعمل على إنتاج وخلق المحتوى من منظورنا نحن؟
The whole essence of what we do is to bring people together. I hope we'll continue to do things that we love and that are in line with who we are.
My dream of the future is a world anchored in vibrant green cities.
I envision a future where the UAE will become known for arid climate, agriculture, and become a knowledge center for the challenges that not only this region is going to face, but the entire world is going to face with water scarcity and climate change.
أحلم بأن نفهم ونقدر بيئتنا ومحيطنا عشان تستديم لمستقبلنا ولأجيالنا من بعدنا.
أتمنى أن حلمي يوديني للعالم بدون حدود، وأن أعمالي تتكلم مع العالم بدون حدود.